You've been told that humor is about being funny. It isn't. It's about power. It's about who sets the emotional temperature in the room, who frames reality, who makes tension dissolve on command, and who makes it rise when he wants it. Humor isn't the clown cap a man puts on to get attention. It's the hidden crown that signals ease, control, and unshakable presence. When you own your humor, you own the interaction. And when you own the interaction, attraction stops being an accident and starts being a choice. Most men think they need better lines. What you need is a better frame, a cleaner nervous system, and a sharper instinct for play. Right now, you're going to learn how humor becomes the switch you flip to pull her into your world. Without try-hard energy, without hiding who you are, without disrespect. The joke is never the point. The feeling is. And if you get this, you'll stop chasing laughs and start leading moments. Think about the last time you felt effortless. Your body loose, your eyes steady, your voice easy. In that state, humor flows like gravity. You notice something true. You twist it. You lift the room a few inches higher. That's the craft. Humor isn't random. It's the art of reframing. She teases you about your coffee order, and instead of defending, you lean in. I like my coffee how I like my mornings. Strong, smooth, and slightly dangerous. You don't ask permission to be playful. You assume it. Not because you're arrogant, but because you're relaxed enough to take the lead. If what you've heard so far is shifting how you see yourself, stay with me until the end, because we're just getting started. At its core, humor is controlled tension. You heighten it, you release it. You push lightly, then you let it breathe. That rhythm is addictive. A woman doesn't fall for the words. She falls for how her nervous system feels around you. Safe but excited, seen but challenged, warmth with an edge. When your playfulness carries that balance, it says something powerful. I can handle life. I can handle you. Nothing rattles me. That's why humor is magnetic. It's a status display without the noise. It announces your emotional strength without you ever saying you're strong. Your laugh is not a plea for approval. It's a mark of sovereignty, and she will feel it. Here's the psychological backbone. People follow the person who can make meaning out of the moment. Humor is meaning with spark. When something awkward happens, a delay at the bar, a spilled drink, a weird comment, you have three choices. Resist it, ignore it, or own it. The man who owns it wins. He turns the mishap into a playful scene, not to perform, but to signal comfort under pressure. You know what that communicates? Security. And security with spark equals attraction. Women are drawn to men who can hold tension without breaking eye contact. Your humor is the proof that you won't collapse when life gets messy. That proof is rare. That proof is valuable. So let's get surgical. The first lever is self-amusement. If you don't enjoy your own playfulness, she won't either. Self-amusement means your humor originates from your own delight, not from a need for approval. Watch the difference. Neediness scans the room for a reaction. Self-amusement keeps your gaze soft, your chest open, your smile honest. When you tease, do it like you're letting her in on a secret, not trying to win points. The second lever is calibration. Calibration is the art of reading microsignals. The eye crinkle when she's engaged, the stillness when you've hit something uncomfortable, the quick glance away when she's assessing if you're safe. Humor that attracts is precise. Start warm, start light. Let her taste the edge, but never make the edge the meal. In the beginning, your rule is simple. Smile first, tease second. Your smile tells her you're on her side. The tease tells her you can lead. Structure matters. Powerful humor has 3 beats. Observe, twist, lift. You notice something. Her confident posture, the dramatic way she orders tea, the way the bar is pretending to be fancy with a neon sign. You add a twist. That tea order sounded like a contract negotiation. Should I sign in ink or just nod like a gentleman? Then you lift. I'll allow it, but only if you promise to keep being this interesting. Observe grounds you in reality. Twist creates novelty. Lift moves the energy forward and keeps it positive. What you avoid is dropping her status. You can challenge without cutting. A light exaggeration, a playful role assignment, a mock serious tone, these tools nudge the moment higher. The test is simple. After the line, do you both feel more alive? If yes, you're in the pocket. Tone and pacing are half the game. Humor delivered with a tight body and rushed voice feels defensive, even if the words are clever. Slow down. Let silence carry weight. A 2-second pause before the twist creates anticipation. A subtle grin, one corner of your mouth, eyes engaged, signals warmth. Your posture should lean back a degree when you tease, then return neutral. This movement reassures and challenges at the same time. And your voice, slight drop on the last word, a lower tempo when you're being mock serious, then an effortless laugh on the release. You're not performing a routine, you're conducting the emotional music of the interaction. Let's talk frameworks, simple, repeatable patterns you can adapt anywhere. Playful misinterpretation. She says, "I'm a bit picky." You smile, tilt your head. Good. I don't trust people with low standards. They buy flimsy chairs and date boring men. Exaggeration and agree and amplify. She says, "You're trouble." You nod, deadpan, the polite kind. I return shopping carts and text back within the same day. Role-play reframing. She's decisive. You say, "Okay, we'll make you CEO of decisions. I'll handle Department of Charm." Shake on it. Future projection with levity. Careful, keep this up and we'll have to schedule a celebration coffee that turns into a museum detour and a suspiciously competitive ping-pong match. None of these lines matter on their own. It's the energy and timing that carry them. You are teasing reality into a more vivid shape. Guardrails. Humor that seduces is never contemptuous. Sarcasm that wounds is cheap dominance. Don't use humor to compensate for insecurity. Use it to reveal your ease. If she shares something vulnerable, you protect it. Don't make it the target. If she's not playing back, you soften, you shift. That's leadership. A man who can drop the joke and get real instantly becomes rare. Try this pivot. After a playful exchange, let the smile fade just a touch and say quietly, "By the way, I like how direct you are." One honest line resets the depth. You show range. Range is irresistible. Group dynamics change the field. In a group, the purpose of your humor is to widen the circle, not to hoard the spotlight. Include others in your play. We're obviously dealing with a team of overachievers. I'll take the role of humble narrator. If someone tries to outdo you, you don't compete, you redirect. He's the showman, I'm the quality control. Light, respectful, sovereign. The woman you're drawn to is clocking whether your humor builds or burns. If you elevate the room, you elevate yourself. That's social proof without desperation. Now tests. If she throws you a curveball, are you always like this? She's not asking for your resume, she's checking your emotional spine. You respond with playful containment. Only on days ending in Y. Then a beat, eye contact, softer. If you're asking whether I'm consistent, yeah. If she says, "You think you're funny," you smile. "I think I'm honest. Funny is just side effects." If she challenges your tease, wow, harsh, you lightly own it. Fair. I should send an apology fruit basket. Grapes? Or are you more exotic? The key is never to defend your humor, calibrate it. If you misstep, own it with grace. That one missed. My bad. Confidence isn't about never missing. It's about recovery with poise. There's a dance between humility and mischief that women feel immediately. You want her to sense that you take the moment seriously, but not yourself. Self-deprecation has a place when it signals strength, not insecurity. A light jab at yourself releases pressure. I planned to be mysterious tonight, but my love for croissants ruined the whole operation. Make it specific and controlled. You never dismantle your frame. You air out the room and keep moving. Your environment feeds your humor. Use what the space gives you. The bar's too loud? I'll translate. Nod if you hear the word adventure. The artwork is eccentric? We're clearly in the VIP lounge for rebellious shapes. The playlist changes from jazz to pop? They're testing if we can multitask charm and rhythm. Observation keeps your play grounded in reality, and reality is where attraction lives. This is how your humor avoids feeling canned. It grows from the moment you're both sharing. Texting requires its own touch. Words without tone can cut or fall flat, so you write like you speak. Light, warm, slightly teasing. Use callback humor to build continuity. If she joked about being a perfectionist, 2 days later, you send a photo of a slightly crooked coffee lid. I can feel you fixing this with your mind. When she says, "I had a long day," you don't demand details, you lighten the load. Got it. Emergency protocol. 5 minutes of doing nothing, one smile, then we renegotiate reality. Emojis are seasoning, not sauce. One well-placed smirk beats a cluster. And sometimes the most attractive line is clean and real. I like this conversation. Let's continue it over tea. Humor opens. Decisiveness seals. Dates are where your humor graduates from spark to bond. The goal is expansion. You move between play and depth like shifting gears. You tease, then you ask something you actually care about. You have a focused energy. Where does it come from? When she answers, you listen. Really listen. Then you loop back with a playful tag. So basically, you're a responsible renegade. Noted. That loop, truth plus tease, creates a rhythm that feels intimate and alive. Humor opens doors. Attention keeps them open. If she brings her own playful energy, match it. If she's more reserved, offer warmth and gentle levity. Leadership isn't pushing, it's guiding. Let's sharpen your toolbox with precise techniques you can practice today. The compliment twist. You compliment something specific, then add a playful challenge. You have a calm presence. Dangerous combination. Makes people confess secrets. The tag, after she says something, add a quick witty label. She admits she alphabetizes her spices. You say, "Spice CEO, I'll send my resume." The frame flip. When accused of something, you reframe it as a virtue. You're so confident. I'm practical. Confidence is just what happens when you stop apologizing for existing. The time anchor. Hint at future moments with a wink. Okay, I'll allow you 27 minutes of being charming, then we test your taste in dessert. Practice these until they feel like colors you can paint with, not tricks you cling to. Your body speaks before your words. Train it. Stand with weight evenly distributed, shoulders relaxed, chest open but not puffed, chin neutral. When you tease, lean back a hair. When you get sincere, lean in a touch. Let your hands rest at your sides or lightly animate your story. Palms visible, gestures smooth. Your eyes, soft but steady. When she laughs, hold her eyes for a beat longer than most men would, then break with a small smile. That beat tells her you're not hiding. Presence is attractive because it's rare. Humor and boundaries work together. You're not auditioning for her approval. If she crosses a line, you respond with warmth and spine. I'm into playful, not into disrespect. Then you go silent. Your silence is a frame. When she sees your standard, she feels safer. Paradoxically, your boundaries make your humor land better because your play now has a container. You're not chaotic, you're intentional. Now, the inner game. If your internal dialogue is harsh or frantic, your humor will either bite or beg. Clean your self-talk. Replace "don't mess this up" with "lead the moment." Replace "I hope she likes me" with "we'll see if we like each other." Replace "be funny" with "be amused." Your breath is your metronome. Slow it. Breathe down into your belly. Let your exhale be longer than your inhale. It's impossible to be both desperate and deeply exhaled. If this is hitting something inside you, drop your thoughts below. I read every single one. Here's a practical rehearsal routine that builds real-world skill. Once a day, do observational reps. Walk through your world narrating playful frames under your breath. The weather is doing its dramatic monologue again. This coffee shop plants ambition in the air. You're training your mind to generate twists. Next, practice the 2-beat pause. Say a simple sentence, pause 2 seconds, then add the twist. You're focused. I like that. That pause is where tension lives. Then, collect callbacks. When something memorable happens with someone you're dating, write a 2-word tag in your phone. Spice CEO, ping pong rematch, rebellious shapes. These are your threads to pull later. Finally, schedule no-joke minutes during dates where you consciously slow the humor and get present. Ironically, this makes your next playful moment land 10 times harder. Contrast is magnetic. You will encounter moments where your humor fails. Good. Failure is feedback. If she doesn't respond, don't escalate the joke. Let it die gracefully. Smile, shift, ask a real question, or name it lightly, "That one tried its best." Owning the miss steals the sting and shows maturity. If someone tries to use humor to control you, you don't fight for the mic. You hold your frame. I like where this is going. Let's not turn it into a contest. Then you pivot into something you want to talk about. Leadership again. Remember, humor is not a strategy for attention. It's an expression of abundance. You're not trying to convince her you're fun. You are fun because you live in a playful relationship with reality. Your standards are high, your energy is clean. You know when to tease and when to hold steady. You can turn a slow Wednesday into a little legend. That's what women feel. They feel the man who doesn't need their laughter but enjoys it. They feel the man who can guide emotion without pushing, who can make a room lighter without losing his center. There's a specific shift that happens when you master this. You stop doing humor and you start being humorous. It shows up in the micro choices. You mispronounce a word and instead of freezing, you grin and overpronounce it like you meant to. The door sticks and you give it a ceremonial pep talk. She teases your outfit and you knight her assistant stylist. It's not about lines, it's about identity. Your humor is the signature of a man at ease with himself. If you want an advanced pattern, play with playful standards. Say something like, "I appreciate curiosity and kindness." Bonus points if you can out-sarcasm me, but only responsibly. It's flirting plus boundary. Or when she pushes, you say, "We can debate that, but we're doing it over the best pistachio gelato in the city. Loser buys. Warning, I'm competitive." That's not a line. It's a leadership move disguised as play. You're offering direction without pressure, and she can feel your willingness to back it up. Bring it back to the beginning. Humor equals controlled tension plus heart. Without heart, it's cold. Without tension, it's flat. Blend them and you'll have that rare flavor. Light yet deep, playful yet grounded, masculine without force. You become the man whose laugh settles the room and whose eyes challenge it. The man she looks at and thinks, "This is going somewhere interesting." If what you've heard so far is changing how you move, honor that. Put it into practice today. Pick one technique. Misinterpret playfully once. Add a pause before the twist. Use one callback. Don't aim for perfect, aim for present. You might wonder, where does this lead? It leads to freedom. When you're at ease with humor, you stop tiptoeing, you stop over-explaining, you stop anxiously scanning for signs. Instead, you make the moment. You offer a frame worth stepping into. You create a bubble where being yourself is the point, and she feels invited to be herself too. That level of leadership is rare. That level of leadership is irresistible. As we close, I want you to internalize this. Humor is the most honest way to say, "I'm not afraid of you or of myself." It's the handshake between your masculine steadiness and your mischievous edge. It's how you test chemistry without pressure, how you show strength without armor, how you create a memory in a world that forgets easily. Become the man who can warm a cold room and sharpen a dull one. Become the man who raises the bar on conversation, who treats play like an art, who knows when to laugh and when to lock in. If this hit home, let it show. Tell me what landed for you and what you're going to try first. If you know a brother who needs this, send it to him today. Don't keep it to yourself. And if you want more of this kind of straight, strategic, no-fluff guidance, you know what to do. Stay close. We're building men who don't wait for attraction. They create it with grace, with standards, and with a smile that says, "I've got this."